here's a slide that tries to go through what Asia or sort of Pacific region and Asia. It is unfortunately not very well developed. Korea was the pioneer, but as you saw, it still hasn't really established a very large market, and the price is not very high. I think the lesson from the Asian and the global experience, you start from a low price, you commit to increase over time, because by saying that you will increase over time, you will encourage people to make investments today. You start from a low coverage, you say that over time you will expand to other sectors, you allow other sectors to prepare themselves for the future expansion of the market. Carbon markets are absolutely critical, both because they help to drive these investments, but also because they help planners and financial regulators and companies, financial institutions to govern companies towards the net zero transition.
It involves not only about the policy settings, but also the participation from corporates and other enterprises. I think the market needs to be fully aware of what it actually means about carbon neutrality and the green finance practices, because this is really important that we understand where we are going to and where we are coming from.
As an international stock exchange, HKEX is well placed to support China's domestic carbon markets, both national and regional ETSs. It can further cement Hong Kong's position as an international finance center and make Hong Kong not only the green finance center, but also the carbon finance center in Asia.
With that, we have seen the picking up again of China's coal consumption and carbon emission, and which is especially very, very strong surge in the first quarter of this year. So I think this is highly alarming. And with the carbon market, although it is very, very important, but we have to realize that it's far from being mature, and the trading volume is very low, and it doesn't even have an absolute cap. It's based on intensity cap, and then the carbon price is much lower, as Eric put it, and too low to provide much incentives at all.
Countries are combining carbon pricing and other mitigation policies, which may increase the implicit price of carbon, but not the explicit price of carbon. And those which have moved to explicit price of carbon want to protect themselves from carbon leakage. So what we think is that we need to offer a place where we do benchmark the different policies and where we try to establish both the explicit price of carbon, meaning the price resulting from emission trading system and carbon taxes and excise duties or other similar taxes